La escena del synth-pop actual tiene un nombre que resuena con fuerza desde Nueva York: Nation of Language. Lo que comenzó como un proyecto de alcoba, hoy es una realidad que llena recintos y conquista festivales. Pero detrás de las máquinas analógicas hay un hambre que no se apaga.
Uh, I mean, a lot of it has remained. I think there is a I think because we haven't had any sort of uh like or our sorry, I'll start over. The success we've had so far has felt very much kind of like we work hard and put one foot in front of the other. And so because of that, there's still really this appetite to find new fans and tour in new places and kind of grow in whatever way we can creatively and where we've traveled and all of this. And so uh I definitely still feel kind of the fire burning within me to kind of make this as rich an experience as possible. Um, I mean, I think one thing that I never plan to change is kind of the discipline of uh like keeping the art and kind of the fulfillment as the thing that guides you and drives you to keep trying and striving and experimenting with new things. Um, and I think that I've sort of tried to learn over the years from the people around me to be more open to other people's creativity and uh, styles and yeah, be more kind of more open to the world while still pursuing a vision. I mean, I think a lot of the sound is based around kind of the instruments that we choose to surround ourselves with, which have, each synthesizer has its own character, and we've sort of assembled these kind of standby foundational instruments that are kind of consistent through the records. And at the same time, with each record, we try to introduce new instruments that we maybe aren't as used to playing or aren't as familiar with how they work. And so there is kind of a sonic connection through all of the records, but with each one, we also do try to grow and expand and surprise ourselves. Yes, I would say so. I mean, I think our most recent album uh definitely has felt the most intimate and felt the most kind of like an immediate response to internal struggle. Uh, and yeah, so there's a kind of like a heaviness to that we wanted to kind of counterbalance in the music and keep it as kind of engaging of a listen as possible as you're going through the record. Um, because in their demo forms, a lot of the songs were kind of very stripped back and more uh depressing in their sonic quality. But I didn't want it to just be like a kind of woe is me record all the way through as a listening experience. Um, so yeah, I forget where I was going with that. Well, I mean, we've always been on independent labels, which is nice. Uh,
Mm.
and now being with Sub Pop Records, which is kind of for me, one of the most iconic indie labels that there is. There is, I almost feel like an artistic responsibility to keep pushing myself to be my best, uh, like artist version of myself because, so many bands that I love have been shown to the world through Sub Pop Records. And so to be a part of that kind of family is very, it's an honor for me. And so I want to, it's just another thing to push me to work hard.
Okay.
Hmm. I mean, I think there's a landscape image in my mind that I kept having through a number of the songs, especially say the first song, Can't Face Another One, and there's also a song called Silhouette and a song called Nights of Wait. And on those three songs especially, I had this kind of vision of like a broad, desolate desert, like a wasteland. And because all those songs were born of a very kind of depressed and hopeless place inside. And so it just sort of felt like an expanse of nothingness. And so I tried to kind of imbue those songs with like something that would allude to kind of an eternal view of no help. I mean, I think I've always been very bad about mystery. Um, and it's it's something that like I look around and other bands are so good at it, and I feel like I just
Yeah.
I can't do it. Like I have this desire to like convey to people how I'm feeling and uh to kind of be there for them if they need that. And so I think I'm always very impressed when someone can be mysterious. But for me, I think part of the reason I make music is to try to feel understood. And so it's hard to be mysterious and feel understood at the same time. That's a really good question, and one that I am sort of trying to answer now.
Okay.
I think, there are certainly even within the instruments we've already used, of synthesizers and bass guitars and drum machines, there's still, such a vast world for me to learn and explore. Um, but, I did put some harmonica on the most recent record, and that's new for us. And so who knows, maybe there will be more harmonica or maybe that, there's also we did some on the song I'm Not Ready for the Change. We did like sampling of break beats. And so maybe that will be something that we do more of. I think we're in the process right now of starting to write again and starting to kind of see how I can surprise myself with different instruments or different techniques. I mean,
How are you feeling?
I'm really excited because so we played at Corona Capital once in
Yeah.
city, but I was like very, very sick. And so I didn't get to enjoy any of Mexico City. Um, and so I felt very cheated by that trip. And so I'm really looking forward to not only coming back and playing Mexico City and feeling like I can do a proper job of it, but also getting to see places I've never seen before in
Mm.
Monterrey and Guadalajara.
The For Indie Rocks is a big, great venue for your music.
Awesome.
You food favorite in Mexico?
Sorry?
You food favorite in Mexico?
Oh, we've been enjoying uh actually I guess I don't even know if this is specifically Mexican. We've been having a lot of molitas recently.
No, okay, okay.
Um and so yeah, that's been probably the thing I mean, I'm just honestly I'm excited to go and like a lot of Alex, our bass player, has been to Mexico a number of
Uh-huh.
times. So I'm kind of just going and I'm gonna be like, tell me where to go and tell me what to eat. And
Yeah.
and he and his friends will be able to show me around. Yeah, I think Slow Dive is one band that,
Mm.
it's funny, like I listened to them a lot when I was in like high school, but then when they started releasing their albums again in the last couple of years, like these albums are now my favorites of their records. And so it's really cool to see a band come back and be like even better and more, to be adventurous and still so high quality
Mm.
is really exciting and inspiring for me. Um, and then who else? There's a record that came out last year by Kate Laban.
Mm.
Um, and that's a record that I mean we're big fans of her music and so that is just like something that we've been listening to a lot. And I mean I guess I'll just go with like an old classic of The Man Machine by Kraftwerk.
Mm. Yeah.
Which is kind of like a foundational text of this band and how I wish I could make synthesizers sound.